Welcome to another Spit Don't Swallow, meaning spit your words, don't swallow them episode. Tonight episode, we have the honor to have the first Black female to create a company that helps actually all of us. Even though the firefighters are the one that wears the suits, if they're not protected, they will not be able to protect us. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass the floor to Miss Peaches, and let her introduce our special guest.
Hey y'all. Our special guest is my mom. As Tess says, she is the first woman, African American, to start her own firefighter turnout gear cleaning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I am an independent service provider.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Take off, Mama.
Yes, okay. I am. The name of the business is FireClean.
She's been in the business. There we go.
And it was created December of 2017. I am the only Black woman in the nation as an independent service provider. That's what it's called for the fire service industry. And what we do is we're tested twice a year to certify ourselves that we're certified to do this, to test the uniforms, and that includes hoods, gloves, helmets, and boots, be able to clean them and sanitize them, inspect them, and repair them. It's a very, very interesting business because no fire suit is the same. And you get to learn everything in and out. Well, I have for the 20 years that I've been an independent service provider. I've been doing this as a general manager for 14 years before starting FireClean.
Wow. I gotta ask, what made you get started?
Well, I applied for a general manager position in Miami, actually in Medley, in which the owners lived in Georgia, and they needed a manager that would be responsible and reliable. Well, I'm very responsible, reliable. I didn't need anybody to stand over me. I took the position. They were supposed to provide me training for 2 weeks. They trained me 1 week and they left. Now, it's a very difficult business, trust me. But I'm good with customers. I'm good with inside sales. And I just had to learn the industry, which took years, of course. But we did well. We were the only type of cleaning business in South Florida 20 years ago.
Wow.
Miami-Dade was one of my accounts, and so was Palm Beach County.
It takes special equipment and cleaning solutions to get the suits back to normal.
Yes, industry standards.
Okay.
That's what we call it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You need an extractor. You need the testing equipment. The manufacturers who produce the garment and the materials and the fabrics and the zippers and the repair material, they won't sell it to you unless you're certified. So I knew this because I had to certify the company for the 14 years I was there. So I knew all the ins and outs of everything and the procedures. And those materials you have to certify in order to receive them. And they're very, very expensive. And the problem with that you need to have that material on hand at all times.
Mm.
So you're investing in expensive material. You know who your customers are because they have an emergency. They're never going to say, "Can I bring it next week?" They call me. I'm on call 24 hours. They'll call me on a Sunday. The fire
Oh,
chief
wow.
will say, "I had a fire last night. I need this back in 2 days. Can you come get it, or do I bring it to you?" Yes. I've had sometime less than 24 hours to react. So that is the situation, and that is the nature of the business, and I like it. It's exciting for me.
I'm sure it is because each fire is different. Each firefighter is built different. So the suit
Yes,
has to fit to a certain factor for them.
yes, yes.
Um, if you don't mind me asking,
And
Mhm.
for one
it's not
suit,
just fires.
it's not
What'd you say, Peaches?
It's not fires. It's not just, ma'am, not Tisha. It's not just fires. It's chemical spills. It's
Yes,
whatever they get into, blood, gut,
yes,
death, anything that has to
absolutely,
come through her. If she's contract, that has to come through her to clean it. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, they're calling, "Hey, I know you open at 7, but we need this back," like she said, in 24 hours. But 24 hours is usually like 8, 9 hours for her.
absolutely.
And if
so technically
she
you
gets
just
it
answered
done,
my question because I was going to say on one
then
firefighter suit, how long does it take to clean one?
Well, most of the time you'll get more than one. You may get
Hmm.
4 or 5, but in an emergency, you clean them all
Okay.
at once because we use extractors, which are industrial washers. They're not
Okay.
the small house washers or not even at the laundromat. They're
Okay.
specialized equipment. And we have the chemicals that sanitize and disinfect. We take out blood, tar, whatever you have on it, diesel, and sometimes they have to be cleaned more than once,
I'm
depending
sure.
depending on how bad the contamination is. Once that happens, we have special equipment that dries the uniforms. And then once you dry it, you already know if something's wrong with it. I have seamstress, people, sewers,
Hmm.
and if I need them, I'll call them in advance and say, "I'm going to need you once I get this suit dried. The leg is ripped. The back is torn. Uh, the reflective trim is burned. We have to replace it quick." And
Okay.
under the suit is always a liner, which is close to the firefighter's body.
Hmm.
A lot of times when it gets ripped, also that liner gets ripped. There's special materials. We have to repair that because the firefighter cannot get burned. Everything
Hmm.
is flame retardant. And if there's one little pinhole in that inner liner, it could burn that firefighter. So it's very, very important, the inspections that we do.
So technically, they're counting on you to keep them safe.
Absolutely.
So it takes a special type of facility, a certain type of leader, um, to make sure it stay balanced.
Yes, it does.
So how do you manage all of that and stay cheerful and not so stressed?
Well, I can't say the stress is completely gone, but it's rewarding when I hear a chief or a firefighter come to me and say, "Wow, thank you. You always take care of my uniform," or "This was great," or "You turned it around so quickly. You do a great job. The contamination is gone." It's really rewarding to hear that because then you know you're servicing the community. You're giving
Hmm.
back. You're giving of yourself. So it's really, really quite rewarding to hear that. And a lot of times I'll get a call and they said, I might have 15 sets, but I need these 3 back. So you get to juggle things. You've got to be pretty good with the logistics. And we've been doing it for so long that it's like second nature for us. A lot of people don't understand that. And I started FireClean when the company I worked for, that I was a general manager, they sold
Mm-hmm.
the business. And that's when I opened FireClean.
Okay.
So many of my customers have been with me for 20 years. They trust me. They trust what I do. And that also is rewarding.
It is, because for a company that have to depend, rely on, and pray that they keep their firefighters safe and the equipment clean, where it's a safety and more of a non-safety, it's a lot of pressure to put on one person, to make sure the staff is correct, the staff is okay. It's a lot, because if you drop the ball, it's not just a disappointment on the owner of the company. The owner have to have a lot of disappointment coming all the way down from the commissioner.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's a lot of responsibility. Um, and hats off to you, because it's a lot. And for you to be in this business for so long and to be still standing and striving and doing very good, it's an amazing
Thank
honor
you.
to have. They
It has
didn't
not
give
always
you.
been easy, though.
Oh, I'm pretty sure listen, I'm pretty sure it's not. You deserve a key. Because that's a lot, and it's not just one area, it's multiple areas, and you're responsible. Just like what Peaches was saying, that there's a lot that it details. I visit the website, so I saw certain things, and I was amazed of how you all go in there, and it's like you just go for it. There's no holdback, there's no determination, there's no hesitation. Um, but I wasn't aware that it's 24 hours.
Yes. A lot of times, some of them, they might have a new recruit and they've ordered uniforms,
Mm-hmm.
but they might have a uniform that is a loaner, which is particularly used in training. And their actual uniform might be burned or contaminated. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when they'll call me and they'll say, I need this back. And one of the good things about FireClean is we have a great turnaround. I make myself available. I enjoy doing it. It's like every time I can give it to them when they need it, I feel like I win. We win.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't ask for it unless they really need it in that specific time frame.
You're
And that's what motivates me and my staff. My staff is just as motivated as I am
I'm
to turn
sure.
things around and get things done. They're proud of what they do. They love what they do. It's a small group of us, and I'm hands on. I'm involved. So I make sure I'm constantly making sure everything is good before it goes out.
That's excellent. Because a lot of owners leave it for the workers to do, and they stop being hands-on. Um, so it kind of, you make sure there's no slack.
Right. I am the final quality inspection. Now I'm not doing a lot of the labor, but I
Mm-hmm.
know I know my expectations and I know what our goals are, and what has to be done. This certification that we do, it measures the third-party verifier. They measure our cleaning process. Is the water the correct temperature? Are the chemicals have all the balances that's necessary for the industry? Your sanitization process and disinfection. They measure that. They take things out of my washer and they send it up to New York and they test it. And the suits, they send suits and we repair the suits and we clean the suits and they fly it up the next day and they test it. It's like anywhere minimum of $16,000 to $20,000 every 2 years. You have to pay for this third-party verifier. And they put you on a list that's nationwide, the businesses, and your verification that you are, and this is how they locate people all over the United States that do the process, because you're in a national log. Your address.
So let me ask you, how many companies exist?
Well, there's quite a few in the U.S., in Alaska. Let's see. I would say there may be all over the U.S., maybe 30. You may have 3 in one state, 4 in a state. It varies. It varies.
Because I only asked because I never knew the company exists.
I know most people don't.
I knew somebody. I always wonder who was the person that was like, okay, I see the firefighter, but then it's like they come in clean, but then they leave dirty. Who cleans that? Who fixes that? Is it multiple suits or is it one suit? What is it?
Most of the time they might have a second backup suit for that purpose. And even with the backup suit, it always has to be ready. So basically the normal turnaround time is 36 to 48 hours.
Okay.
You should turn that gear around. That's a normal time, 2 to 3 days. So even if they have one suit, they need the other one back because anything can happen.
Exactly. And give or take to run a successful business and a corporation that you have built, give or take, what is the amount of people that might be needed on one given incident?
Well, I would say 3 or 4 people,
Okay.
because
It's
you
not
have one who's taking the suit apart and assembling it. You have the others doing the inspection, and then you have the repair personnel.
okay. That's not bad.
No, it's not. And depending on the volume, of course, you're going to have multiple people doing things simultaneously, the same process
Okay.
simultaneously.
Peaches, you have any questions?
It's this internet. Not I don't have any questions for her because like I've watched it since I was a kid. Like, I'm only 21. And I've seen her from not too much on
You look good. You look good.
Well, thank you. Look blessed. Hallelujah. But I've seen her from the business from consumption, like the birth of it. Like I've watched her work for the male dominated industry and those people not give her a seat at the table. I've watched her do the work and them take the credit. I've watched her feel like what she contributed to their business wasn't good enough until she put herself in park and it folded.
That's usually the case.
And then I watched her become frustrated and say, well, you, huh?
I say that's usually the case.
Yeah. I watched her ask for more because she deserved more. And it was, I'll find somebody else.
Oh, yes.
All that did was motivate her. I've sat and I've watched her. I remember I've sat and I watched her go to school at night, run that business during the day, because she decided, well, maybe I'll do something else, not knowing that her doing something else was putting her into play to have her own business. She started going to school to be human resources. That was putting her into play all those years ago to do what she's doing now. She didn't know that then, but
so let me
she did it because she got frustrated.
So let me ask you this, Peaches. As a daughter that watched her mom struggle and go through a male industry where they don't think women are good enough. They don't think women are strong enough. They don't even think we're smart enough.
Absolutely.
To stand in the paint, to do the business that they do, to succeed and win as they do. They don't even realize our ego is just as big as theirs.
That's right.
Now, well, then and now, with everything that you've seen her do, what would be the message that you give her if you was giving her an award today?
I don't know that there's the words to put it in, but it would be that I'm proud. Like I'm proud of you, because when they said that she couldn't, even when she thought she couldn't, when she thought that, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't, I'm not, she did it. So yeah, it would be that I'm proud because she did it with that, with all the naysayers, all the, even some fire chiefs said that it wasn't possible for a woman to do, much less an islander to do it, and she did it. So just that the courage and the strength to not give up, I guess that's an award for me to watch, or the award for me to see her do it.
It is, because that shows you that there is strength in any woman if she is pushed.
Yes.
Don't push her to the wall and
That's
she
right.
feel that she has to come out fighting, because you don't know what you created and she don't know where she's going to go, but she knows she's going to win.
I'm proud to hear my daughter recognize all of that, because she's very correct. When they told me no or close the door, and I've had that. I've gone into a group and they didn't even give me the time of day. But being the professional I am, I did leave professionally. I smiled, told them I'd see them again. My heart was broken, of course, but that made me more determined to succeed. So anytime I pushed back,
and the reason why I asked that question is because, one, as parents, even though we know they know that the kids see the struggle, sometimes the parents not quite sure if they understood the struggle and why it was a struggle, and the things that they did, it was for reason. It wasn't because they wanted to or necessarily had to. You wanted to leave a door open where you were able to feed, succeed, and show your kids that, yeah, you can do it, but you only did it, it's because they told you no.
Yes.
That was the whole determination, is because they told you you couldn't.
Right. And I knew
They
I
told
could.
you wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They told you didn't have the strength to do it.
Yes.
So it was a big ego where I'm going to show you different. I'm going to be different. I'm going to make you put all them shoes in your mouth. And that's the nice version.
And that she did. Right. Because I had to catch myself. Yeah. Yeah. Because I've seen tears. I've seen those things, and it's like, oh, you sure you want to do this? I watched her struggle to do it, but now now look, she's got her business.
Breeze.
She's an author.
Yeah, but for her to hear you verbally say it, it means a little bit more, and it's only reason why she knows it. But it wouldn't have been a situation where it was set up for you to verbally give her those flowers.
But do you know what I noticed?
I
see the same determination in Peaches.
Yeah.
She doesn't quit. She succeeds in everything that she sets out to do. She really does. And I say, wow. I didn't realize maybe I was some type of example.
Thank you.
But I do see that determination, and I'm proud of that.
And
I tell my grandson the same thing.
She's only touching the surface.
Yes.
By the time we're done with her.
Oh, y'all gonna make my lashes come off.
I've been trying to hand it to you through the phone.
Lashes come right up.
By the time we're done with her, she's gonna come up. She's gonna come up out of her cocoon.
Very proud of her. Very proud.
The podcast is just the start.
Thank you, Nana.
That's wonderful.
So, Miss Money Monster, you have any questions?
I just want to give her flowers because how Miss Peaches introduced her, and I'm listening to her bionic review. I mean, she is the Olivia Pope of the firefighters. I mean, we ain't got to say nothing.
Yeah.
So I just want to just give it to her.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Some of those firefighters scared to come in the office because she don't play.
And then you hear me say Miss Olivia Pope of the game room. She sound like she do not play.
Listen,
I don't play.
When them people told her no, she wasn't coming to play. She made a name and she stamped it. And it was surprising.
They told her no.
It was surprising because I was talking to Peaches. I was like, I want to do black business. She was like, your mama do what? I'm like, you just not saying something?
We was all sitting up there like, wait a minute, your mama what?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, you sitting on gold? She was like, but I didn't think, what do you mean? We are for the culture. We give honor to those who needs it. So it's an honor to have you. It's an honor to hear your story. It's an honor to hear you walk through the fire, or where people tell you no and feel that you're not capable, you're not strong, you don't have the knowledge, you're not educated, you don't have the heart of a lion. But what they have to understand is women take more beats and pressure and battle bruises than anybody else.
Yes.
The worst thing you can do is tell a colored woman she can't. And watch her become phenomenal.
Yes, they did.
Absolutely.
So
And in this industry, nobody gives you anything.
No.
In this industry, especially because I'm a woman, and maybe because I'm the only Black woman, because this industry is guarded. Nobody gives this to you to learn it.
No. Because they want to keep it in a circle.
Yes.
They want to keep it in keep it in between them. So if anybody knows about it, it's somebody that it got grandfathered down to it.
Yes, you're exactly right.
So for you to, and I can't even ask you this question because you already done it. I usually ask my guests what legacy you want to leave, but you already written your legacy. Your legacy is already stamped. But I can't ask you this. With the number of years you have been in this industry and the things that you have done, is there anything you have not done that you're waiting for?
One thing that I am working on right now is my book, my story, Black Women in Business in America. Because there are other businesses I worked in and I excelled, but in different businesses, the medical equipment industry and in this industry. So I'm creating this book because I want people to know you can do anything that you put your mind to. When I hear people say, "Oh, well, it's a gender or race," or no, you have to get beyond that.
It's a person.
Exactly. You can't let those small things stop you because that's always going to be in your face. You want something, you can do it. And I hope this book motivates women and let them be aware of who they are and what they can do by my story.
I'm sure they will. Just by talking to you, it gives me motivation for some things that I'm lingering, kind of procrastinating on, midway on. So I get it. But didn't you just do a book?
I did. I have a firefighter activity book for kids. It's selling on Amazon. And it's for the little firefighters and people and their families. You know, my customers are aware of it. So for the children or grandchildren, it's really nice. I love it. Even the parents are working in it. It's really exciting.
Some of the parents, we love coloring books too.
It is really fun.
Right. And then she didn't tell nobody about it. All I got was a picture said, I got a book coming out. Well, when were you going to tell me you were doing a book? Oh, I wanted to keep it a secret until I knew it was ready.
Right.
Go ahead, Money Monster.
Scratch Olivia Pope. Okay, this is Michelle Obama. Because she don't. We got a book, a coloring book, and I'm manifesting it early. An international company.
Yes.
That's Michelle Obama. That's it. Do you take vacation? That's my question. Do she take a day off?
Not anymore.
You know what?
No, she's 24/7.
Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, I love what I do. I'm saying unfortunately, but I mean fortunately. I really love what I do.
You sound like it. You can hear the passion.
I'm waiting for the biography to come out tonight. I'm ready. I think Tyler Perry gonna make a movie. Peaches, just send me the rough draft. I just want to get to the preview.
I've had several people tell me the same thing.
When I tell you
my bankers, with Chase Bank, people I know, you need to. It's my story, but it's true. And even when I'm off, sometimes I just have to.
When you hear,
go to the warehouse.
When you hear her life story, it's not. It don't start at that company. It starts way before that.
Yes.
Well, we need you to get in contact with Mr. Perry, Spike Lee, whoever we need to, so we can get this bionic book. We need this out here.
Well, it wasn't all perfect, Taz. You got to realize that I procrastinated too, because I always had the dream to open this business eventually. But it was, wow. It was, I wanted to, and it was just a lot of things. But I did start this business with zero. And this is a business that you have to have capital. I had a friendly competitor on the West Coast of Florida who sold me what I needed to start with. I bought an old used sewing machine, and I got a black business loan, rented a warehouse, leased the equipment because I had no money, and I leased a dryer and the testing material. I knew what to do and the operation. So to me, it was very easy. And I had customers willing, we want to go with you. That's how I started that. So it was the right timing. But it took me a while to get really ready to do it. So don't worry about your hesitation.
Oh, I'm not, because this is part of it. Yes. The podcast is part of what I want to go wider with. So it's just beginning. Like I say, I'm doing some things. My whole goal is to create a wellness.
Yes.
Where I have women like you come out, participate, be a part, help, educate, teach, speak, and lifting up and educate and give a role of direction to other people.
Yes.
So it has to start with someone. We kind of lack of supporting each other, building each other, teaming up and filling in where one slack in.
Filling in the gaps.
Right.
So it takes some of us older generation to mold the new generation.
Yes.
To get them to see that what you're doing, you're not going to leave anything. You're just going to be technically, I don't want to say it that way, but it is what it is. A grave on the
words.
A grave on the dirt. So my whole goal is to leave a legacy in any and everybody that's on my team. Where the goal is to leave a legacy.
That's right.
And push each and everybody's brand.
Yes.
So that's why I say, in due time, peaches will be blossoming.
I'm very impressed by all of you.
Oh, thank you.
Very.
Thank you.
Because it takes a lot.
I got to take out of catfish Dewey's after this.
It does. It really does, because you have to learn about the guest. You have to make sure you do your research. You got to make sure that the questions are worth the time.
Yes.
Because you can have anybody on your podcast, but if the questions is not generated where the audience is learning anything about the guest, it's not benefiting. If the questions are not
pointless,
if the questions are not making the guest think and pull out things that they normally would not say, it's not benefit.
Yes.
So the whole goal was to spotlight a phenomenal queen and the things that she do. But before we let you go, what else do you clean besides the uniform? Because I know Peaches was saying some things, but again, you never know who hears. You never know who comes back and watch. You never know who may need your services. And then make sure you please let them know where they can find you, just in case they need your services and they need to reach out.
Right. Well, my website is www.firecleaninc.com. There you can communicate with me. You can contact, leave an email, and I will respond. There you have my contact information. I do. My cell phone and the business line. I have cleaned uniforms for DHS, bulletproof vest, journeyman that work for the power company. FPL is a customer of mine. So the airport fire suits are made of aluminum. We clean those. We do everything. We can do everything in this industry as far as uniforms are concerned. Not your standard uniform for a mechanic or something like that, which I probably could do, but we specialize. Everything is specialized that we handle. The EMT jackets, the first responders, we serve first responders.
Wow. So yeah, there's a list.
We also just generated a house strap, which I have a contract from Cleveland Training, Cleveland, Ohio. Got a purchase order. I sent them a sample, and they ordered $1,000 worth of them for their training. So when they have a show coming up again, I plan to attend and take my straps, which I have my people sew, and it's just fun what we do. And I'm telling you, they love working there because I make it. Maybe they get it from me. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't think there's nothing she don't do yet either.
I think those things be on everything. That's it. That's just pure.
I'm gonna tell you what she don't do. Let me tell you what she don't do. She don't chastise her grandchildren, but that's neither here nor there.
That's what we not gonna do.
What you don't do is leave her alone and allow her to be great and let her take care of them kids the way she take care of them kids. Stay in your lane.
Leave me alone, okay?
Stay in your lane.
That's what she don't do.
Okay? You can yell at me on the next segment, but that's what we not gonna do today. No, we not. No. Still tried it. No.
You ain't got nobody on your side.
Not today. Not today.
I like to stay in your lane, Peaches.
Ma'am. I'm taking that catfish juice back. How about that?
No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You gonna take that lady to catfish Dewey.
Yes, you are.
You know what? Just send me the I Venmo me. I'll pay for it because we ain't gonna listen to that. You can't do no reverse Uno here today, honey. We is not reversing no Uno. You said it. You gonna.
I think about it.
Ain't no thing.
Y'all know she's going to use that.
That's okay.
On YouTube, she can call us back and we'll be repeat offenders. It's no problem. We there.
She has my email. She can reach out. I let her know what I told her.
And you know what?
Don't worry, Peaches. It's okay.
You know, Nan, it's been great having you, but
I had a very nice time.
Thank you.
Well,
I appreciate you for coming on.
she not exit though.
Taz, don't she remind you of the student back in the days of elementary school when your mama had to come for the parent-teacher conference?
She
Really?
had plenty of those too.
But I have one thing I want you to give. I want you to give some advice to someone who was in your shoes, stuck, was told no, didn't know which way to go. What advice would you give them?
The advice I would give them is to never give up. If you really want something, you have to believe in yourself and trust in yourself. You know, excuse me, you know what's on the inside of you. So you know this is something you could either accomplish or not. And I'm speaking people that are serious about certain things in life, where they want to go, what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I believe and that's at a very young age, that you can do anything that you want to do in this life. You may run into obstacles, you might have delays, but if you believe in yourself, trust in God, let it happen. Because he actually guides you, and he puts you there at the right time in your life. So in the back of your mind, while you continue the day-to-day, your living, your struggles, or whatever you're doing, if you have a plan in your mind and you keep that goal, and you set that goal and you keep with that goal and channel yourself to improve every day, every year, do something different, learn a new skill, because you're being guided to the destination to achieve those goals, and you'll be surprised how it all comes together. Like Peaches said, I went to school, got my bachelor's in human resources, not thinking I would, end up doing this, but it was all part of the process, the refining.
Money Monster back there intrigued.
But that's my goal. I want
only 24 hours in
others. I want to
motivate. Where's these extra hours coming from?
I wish I were younger when I did it, but
no. All the millionaires is over 50.
No,
and you already pointed that we're gonna be millionaires soon. How you moving? We got books, coloring books. We got countries we finna take over. No. I need to know where I get these. How can I order these extra hours that you have in your day? Because my 20.
Listen,
not doing long. I'm getting up at 2:00 in the morning now. Forget 4 a.m. plans. I got 2:00.
My 24 hours. I'm borrowing 2 to 3 hours from the others for the next day.
I think I'm gonna start borrowing the Sabbath days. I need them days too. They not working over here because Miss Peach's mother is working. Like I'm telling you, let me find out that is Michelle Pope. That's her new name, Miss Michelle Pope.
Michelle Pope.
That's it.
You ladies are really enjoyable. Really enjoyable.
Well, you made it enjoyable because of what you do and what you bring. So it's easy for us to say what we say and be genuine with it due to the simple fact that none of us wrote questions down.
Wow. Okay.
I was here to listen today. I didn't even need to. I knew it was a book. I knew it
I
was
was
true.
intrigued. I was intrigued from the story, so I kind of took over the conversation because again, I went through the website, I looked at certain things, I knew there was so I was like, oh, okay, oh, okay.
Yes.
And they know once I start and you start pulling me in, my questions start flying and we kind of feed off each other.
Yes.
Well, she already came prepared because, see, that's Black excellence right there. They already going to have the memo already prepped out. See, the excellence, you ain't got to, it's already embedded. It's going to come out naturally.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
And
word
that's
today.
what,
Embedded. Yes.
and that's why it's the energy is good because that's what we try to bring. Positive, fun facts, good times. We want you to relax. We want you to be open. That way you're able to tell your story because a lot of people don't get to tell their story.
Yes.
They don't get the spotlight. And sometimes when you go on people podcasts, those questions are already generated to show a certain side.
Yes.
We didn't, our plan wasn't to show a certain side. We wanted to show what you do, the grind of what you do, the struggle of what you do, and the hard work that shows that once you struggle and you lace up those boots and you climb up that mountain, the rainbow on the other side is a pot of gold.
Yes. Yes.
It's just hard work and dedication.
Yes. That's exactly what it is, Taz.
So thank you for your time. Thank you for giving us your story. Thank you for the service that you provide. Thank you for keeping our firefighters safe and allow them to go home.
Yes. Thank you, ladies,
And
for
most
having me.
importantly, not
Yes.
to cut you off, most importantly, just gracing us with your ambiance. Because
Yes.
you just gave us more insight of just life in general and why is it so important that, these gems are hidden, Miss Peaches. And
Yes.
it's renowned to show the greatness that's out there that no one's never known. But
Absolutely.
it was a beautiful to have you here.
Thank you
Yes.
very much, Money Monster. It was my pleasure to be here. Bye, ladies. Have a good evening. Bye,
You
Peaches.
too.
You heard mommy say bye, Peaches. You better speak.
Have a good
My
night,
thing
ladies.
froze. What you say? I'm so sorry.
No, I said I was telling everybody good night, and I
Good
said
night,
bye.
Nana.
All right. Take care, ladies.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you later, sis.
Bye-bye.
Good night. You know how to turn it off, right?
That damn Peaches.
That was a stretch.
Peaches was like one of them. Okay, now, bye-bye now. All right now. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. All right,
But
hon.
it was amazing to learn what she does, how she does it, and the services she provides.
And dealt with you at the same time.
What you mean dealt with me?
I'm trying
Peaches, not you.
Oh.
I'm about.
Oh yeah.
Look, Peaches gave me the Skippy say wet face. Skippy say what?
What you trying to say? For me? What I did? She just texted me. She said she had an amazing time. She really enjoyed you ladies.
Yeah, and she said it wasn't gonna be to my 45 minutes was a long time. She almost made it to the hour.
Look, I wasn't gonna say nothing. She kept going. I was like, okay, we got a book, a coloring book.
She was so nervous.
We do this service at the same time. I thought my mama was the other lady that don't have no unlimited time span in their life. It's another mom. You see the Caribbean women? They don't know how to sit down. They don't. My mama the same way. There's so much.
But it's
so y'all not gonna
amazing
send her
to
back to the
see.
Bahamas.
Hey, it's amazing.
They can't do that. But I heard they'll be up the creek. They'll be up the creek.
Their ass gonna burn.
Well, first of all, she said she cleaned Teflon, the vest. So I got a feeling that Trump might need to sit down. Like I said, that's right there.
You know what?
But
all I heard was Teflon. Now she kept it. She did it for the no learning people. She's like, yeah, I cleaned the body vest. Wait a minute. How did you gonna give me a that's a woman for real?
Yeah, that's why I said they need to give her a key.
A key. She needs more than a key. She needs some Suzu. She needs some Suzu.
They've been talking. Yeah. They've been talking. It's like she waits until like it's actually she can see it going to fruition for her to say something, but she's been talking to the city Oakland Park.
Oh, so I actually hit that on it. I actually hit that on the head, huh? Without even knowing. That's why she laughed.
See, and we got that during International Women's Month. Who else doing this? Who else doing this? Not near enough. Not near enough.
But we're gonna go ahead and end the show. I'm gonna let you ladies go ahead and enjoy the rest of your night. Peaches, thank you for allowing us to interview your mom. Very interesting education. Yeah, this is a very good interview. And on top of it, it was women's pointing out a woman. So that's a great way to open up the March.
Yeah.
So Sunday. I hope y'all ready. Sunday we have Dr. Sandra. She is a marriage therapist. She is a speaker. She's an advocate. She has a story to tell. So this will be another queen that we are honoring.
Wow, we got Michelle Obama, and now we got Claire Huxtable. Who else we got on?
Yeah, we started out the month. We started out the month strong with two strong Black women. That have made a name for themselves and for the community. That stands out. That they both deserve to be shined.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all got y'all questions.
You said doctor. I don't have no questions. That's a doctor. I mind my business. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get that on my name soon one day. So I gotta listen to these shows to let these no. I even had to articulate myself.
I can do it for you. I can put it on your name. Don't worry. Kinko's, I got you.
Okay. I want PhD, not the player hater degree, but I'm gonna have the PhD, the AAD.
Right.
Got it.
That good honorary.
Why you gotta play me like you do? When now we
thank you for joining us. Make sure you tune in. You can look at us on YouTube. And our episodes will be on YouTube. Stay tuned.
Why you always dreaming? Why you always doing?